Hello, everybody. So this is kind of a weird video because I don't talk about Facebook groups too often. But as you know, I am part of a Facebook group that used to be the unofficial Flex Agent Flex 360 support group. Well, we expanded. It kind of blew up and went crazy with a lot of people, and it became that 1099 Life. And it's a little different than the other groups. I want to let's have some tea and talk about it. We're going to spill the tea here a little bit. So, there are a lot of groups out there that deal with work from home. That 1099 Life is simply and only 1099 positions. There are no paid services. No resume writer, no DM me for info, no Telegram, no this, no that. It's an exchange of, it's an open exchange of ideas between reps that have worked in 1099 or new people who are interested. There are weekly Zooms once or twice a week. There are a lot of postings for positions. There's a lot of advice. Because as you come into 1099, say you're going from W-2 to 1099, you're like, okay, well, how do I handle taxes and deductions? We got people who do that. You know, they don't do the tax part for you, but they talk to you about it. We have people who, have not worked from home, and they're like, I have no experience. 1099 is a great way to get your feet wet. There are people who have commitments. And by commitments, I'm going to use the example that we have. We have a mother in the group who takes her child to school. And they have to, walk the child to school and then take the child from the bus stop back to the home. So therefore, their schedule is like that. We have people in the group, like myself, chronic health conditions. I work very couple hours a week, and that's it. That's all I do. But it helps me stay productive and connected and everything else. So I might work, my hours cut down even more. I used to work 3 to 4 hours a week. Now I'm probably working 2 to 3. There's a lot of health stuff upcoming with specialists and stuff, and frankly, I'm just mentally exhausted. So my 1099 Flex Agent allows me, you simply log in, there's no schedule. So I can take 2 calls, be done in 15 minutes for the day. I do a couple of studies on Prolific, that makes a nice little side income. But again, I don't do more than 2 hours a week on it total. That isn't something I sit there and be like. But let's talk about the Facebook group. So I am an admin now with Miss Joe. Miss Joe is the creator. And this is her baby. It really is. She has put blood, sweat, and tears into it. And I couldn't be prouder to call her my friend. I really couldn't. And she has really established a atmosphere in the group of being cooperative. It isn't cliquey. It isn't, don't talk. You don't know anything. Blah, 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 blah. It's just people talking about, job postings, resumes, talking about how do you handle scheduling. I want to go from part-time to full-time. I'm full-time and need to go part-time because I have another job, or I'm taking care of a loved one for the next 4 or 5 months. There's a lot of stuff like that going on. There's conversation. There's a tech chat. A lady, her laptop wouldn't power on, so we're all involved with that. She was able to pull her RAM out, and she pulled something out and then put it back in, and then it worked. But we were talking about different places to get to get replacement parts or a replacement laptop. So there's a lot of connection there in the group as far as, you know, assisting other people. It's about seeing everybody succeed, not I'm going to hold on to this information and gatekeep it. So yeah, you know, there's that going on. And, you know, people work more than one 1099, and that is something that is heavily promoted, you know, and everybody's 1099s are different, so it's not like everybody's got the same 1099. And there's chats going on. There is somebody awake 24/7. I don't sleep. Joe doesn't sleep. Heather is awake in the evenings quite a bit. You know, a couple of our really great people, like Michelle is great. You know, she has worked 1099 for 10 years now. You know, she has a lot of input into everything. Carrie, wonderful person, always researching. You know, I'm going to give my props out. I'm not going to say last names, but you know, ladies, you know who you are. We have wonderful, wonderful people, and it's not just all women, you know, there's men there too. And a lot of the guys are there really being supportive of everybody, problem solving, brainstorming, you know, who's had an experience with this. Some of it's good, some of it not, you know, but it's an honest conversation without it being nasty. And we have, at the time of this filming of this video, 366 members. It's still quite small. You know, it's not the big bloated mess. Nobody's asking for donations or anything like that. And it's a worthwhile group. You may not join all the Zooms or all the chats, but you're going to find something for yourself. And whether you kind of jump in and you're like, hey, I'm so-and-so and stuff like that, or whether you just kind of put your toes in at first and get a feel for the place. You know, I definitely would love to see you there. It's definitely a place you can ask me questions. I don't promote my channel on the group, but I definitely promote the group on my channel. You know, I just don't. We want everything to be free and even and giving, you know. So, and I'm sure there's other YouTube people out there on that channel, in that group. So anyways, that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm going to post the link down below. We have a master list of jobs, starter jobs. There are jobs posted all the time. There's updates when companies have new gigs. They're posted. Now, we don't post the actual gig. It's just Shiftoff has a new campaign. Omni has a new gig. This company has this. Check them out. Here's the link. You know, we have a couple of recruiters in the group too, so you can always ask questions directly. But that's it for this video. It's just, like I said, a kind of catch-up sort of video. My name is Becky, and I will see you next time.